What up, everyone? Welcome to the Smoking Tire Podcast. Matt Farah here, and as always, today's episode is brought to you by Off the Record. We love Off the Record because they are looking out for you. If you get pulled over on the road for anything, big or small, and get ticketed, don't fight the cop. Fight it in court with Off the Record. Go to offtherecord.com/TST, and Off the Record will connect you to a qualified attorney in the jurisdiction where you got that ticket. They will fight that ticket on your behalf to the death if need be. That's right. For just, one little clicky on a little linky, offtherecord.com/TST, you have representation at a 10% discount. Offtherecord.com/TST. Don't plead guilty. Get a lawyer. Get off the record. All right, folks, on this episode of the program, my pal Nicole Johnson is here. She is the host of Nicole Johnson's Detour on YouTube. She's also a big social media star and a hell of a baker, if you ask me. We talk about her journey with her Porsche 911, which I can most certainly relate to, the cool stuff she's driving for her YouTube channel, what she wants to be driving in the future, and honestly, it's just a lot for me to keep up with this woman because she is made of distilled liquid energy. It's Nicole Johnson on the Smoking Tire Podcast. Let's go. Hi. Welcome in.
Thank you for having me back.
You came in like I was pooping, and you came in, and I mean, you came in like a fucking tornado. And I was like, okay, all right. And I offered you a coffee, and you were like, I've had a Monster. And I was like, okay, now I know what to expect for the next hour.
I've had a Monster. Be ready.
But yeah, it's nice to see you. I looked this morning. You know, that was 23 when you were last year. It wasn't even 24.
It was like your last one of that year. And
it was our last one of like December, like end of the year.
So that's a year and a half.
A year and a half.
Right.
Yeah. And the reason I looked is because since you were last here, you've done a bunch of cool stuff, but also Zach and I went to King of the Hammers. I'd never been.
Saw it.
Yeah, and now I saw it. Yeah.
It's very ride. Different than it was in the first 3 years, but you can see the scale of it is it's nuts.
Bigger because it's of the commercialness of it.
Very much. Yeah. And it's always been a lot of people. It's crazy. Well, I shouldn't say that. The very first year we went, there was nobody there.
Yeah, no, he made such a huge deal out of how few people there were the very first year.
Not a spectator at all.
Sure.
And you just parked anywhere you wanted on the lake bed.
Who would sign up to spectate?
Nobody.
I would say the worst thing about it, the worst thing about King of the Hammers, seriously, and this is not unique to King of the Hammers, is that it's a pretty shitty spectator sport.
Right.
Like in person.
Right.
I mean, it's too fucking huge.
You have to get way up into the canyon. So now you have to park on the lake bed, and you need like a side-by-side or something to get you up there.
And even then, you're there. You have no clue when are they coming?
Right.
They
go right by you.
Zach and I sat in a corner for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, I must have smoked 2 blunts and drank about fucking 3 coffees sitting there.
That's funny.
And it's when are they coming? And it's not like I picked the wrong corner. There's 200 other people there.
Yeah.
They're all there too.
I've never spectated it though, and I don't like to spectate it for that reason.
Well, what we eventually did was we went in the Ford VIP tent because we were their guest, where they have this beautiful, drone coverage and commentary, and like all other off-road sports, it's better to watch on television the actual race.
Yeah.
Outside of that though, the nighttime, that's why you want to be there. That's why you want to be there.
Did you have any bad weather? Because you don't say the W word. I'm assuming you know what the W word is. Mm-hmm. So it's wind. Mm-hmm. And if you say it there.
It's not woke?
No. If you
don't say that either.
Wind, it will be windy.
Yeah,
so everybody's like, don't say it.
Sure. It's like superstitious ass racers.
For sure.
Yeah, you could summon
say it out there.
The wind.
It's like Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, but it didn't rain, but we did when driving back from what's it called, Chocolate Thunder. There's a mud pit that when it was pitch black, you can't really see.
And there's old bomb craters. So if you don't know this and you're just blasting along in like a side-by-side, you will and launch yourself.
Well, it was only because I had a Raptor and I had the advantage of horsepower and speed, you know, being if I was in like some old off-road shit, like a Cherokee or something, I'd have been sunk. But I had the option to add 300 horsepower, and I did get through it. But like, if I slowed down and took my foot off the floor, it was like that clay. I was not getting out of there. No, and we. It's one of those things where you go, you park the truck and it's dark, and the next morning you get up and you realize just how filthy the vehicle is.
It can be crazy weather though. Everything we've seen hail, sleet. If it rains, the wind is probably one of the hardest. But hot,
desert
cold,
wind is nasty
everything.
Stuff. Yeah.
It's everything. I did bring you.
I saw them. I didn't want to talk about it.
Time out. I have to tell you this. You saw this big thing and you assumed they were all for you. No, these are for Zach.
Okay, great.
These are for Zach. Hold on. This is for you, Matt.
Wait, I need one more for Hannah, for my wife. Okay. My wife's a chocolate chip cookie freak.
You can take it right out of here.
But that's all I want. I
want
two.
Matt is watching his girlish figure. So Matt has one. Okay, sorry.
You know what I've gotten really good at? I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I've been getting pretty good at having a bite of the dessert and then throwing it away.
We all know Zach is very skinny, so he can down all of these.
He works really hard to be that skinny. He eats a lot of brown rice.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. He works really hard.
So anyway, this is for you guys.
All right, we'll leave. Thank you so much.
Full disclosure, they're 2 days old. It took me a while to get here, but
they're still probably awesome.
They're great if you put them in the fridge.
Sure.
They're wonderful in the fridge. So
thank you so much. You're a fabulous baker.
It's my, I've told, this is my backup plan.
Baking?
Oh, when all of this car stuff fails, I'm going to open up a store in the mall. Nobody's ever done that. And I'm going to sell cookies.
Well, it's not
call it Mrs. Johnson's Cookies. It's perfect, right? Nobody's ever done that.
We have a fan, shout out to him, who owns a place in Seattle called Lowrider Cookies. Ooh. And he's in the airport. I'm sure there's other ones, but the one I've seen is in the airport.
You must do well.
Good fucking cookies. I don't know, but he sent me a box of cookies and they were great. I picked them up. I was going to layover through Seattle. He's like, stop by, and there was a box
and they had a little
me.
comp set of cookies for you.
It was delightful. I can't tell you the number of people that I know that are, either glamorous or wealthy or work in, big tech jobs or whatever, that are sort of like mentally ready for this, like a sort of simple blue collar retail life. I wonder if do you think you're ready for the reality of that though?
Oh, I have had a retail establishment before and I do not like the hours because if you show up to your own place 5 minutes late, they're ticked off. They're standing there and they're pissed at you. Yeah. So retail stinks and like public hours stink. I guess if you could like figure out how to like ship them.
Wholesale.
Internet. Just ship them.
Yeah. So
on Amazon, boom, they're here by 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I mean, look, folks with audiences are perfectly primed to start mail-order businesses, aren't they? So I think you should try.
I should.
There's probably laws. Like, there's actually probably laws.
So with as much money as I just
spent
at TLG yesterday, I'm going to have to charge $18 a cookie.
Shout out to him.
Marco's fantastic.
Well, you could have a whole campaign of like, you've seen the meme where it's like the homeless person where it's like need money for Ferrari major service. I swear to God, the original one of those, the original meme of that, the one you've seen that's kind of famous, right? You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't seen it.
There's an old meme from back when the internet was fun. Okay. Before the internet turned into now, when it was fun, from like 2010, there was a meme of this dude like disheveled laying on the ground with a cardboard sign that says, please help, need money for Ferrari major service.
I keep going. I got it.
The person in the meme holding the cardboard thing is my old boss, Emil, who went to prison for financial crimes. Wow. And it's like actually a piece of shit.
And he really did need money for...
Probably. Like he actually stole from people in order to live a Ferrari lifestyle.
Okay, so it's funny because I didn't realize it was a meme, but now that you're saying it, I do exactly know what you're talking about. One time we were wheeling and we were out stuck, broke down somewhere, and my son and our friend's kid were standing there with signs. We got stuck on a trail, the Ducey Ersham Trail, and we were stuck for 2 extra days because we were broke down. And they had a sign that said, "We'll work for Jeep parts." And everybody that went by just laughed at us. And we were sitting there camping on the side of the road, broke down. Somebody had to actually go down.
You sat there for 2 days broken down?
Well, somebody had to like we camped. We were planning on camping anyway, but it was like somebody had to go down the trail into town, go get parts, come back.
Okay. You got it.
We were broke down, but literally the sign was
true. You planned to be there, but you planned to have other options
Correct.
too. Okay, gotcha.
We'll work for Jeep parts. We couldn't keep progressing for 2 more days.
Did anybody have any Jeep parts?
No, we had to go get them.
All right, but was anyone like, what do you need? We've got some stuff.
No, there weren't very many people, but they just laughed. Thought we were being funny and not serious as they were doing.
Like, no, for real. What do you got?
Really? What do you have?
Yeah.
We'll work. If I find it, I'll send it to you. And by the time you edit this, you should slip it in.
It's funny. I guess that photo was like, it was before there were memes. Like it wasn't a meme. It was like a guy doing something funny on the internet. Like that was before. A meme is like, I got to be like a metaphor for something else. This was just a guy being silly.
There were some fun things that we used to do. So like before social media, there was pirate4x4.com. And that was like the forum where all of us chatted about the upcoming events or where we were going to be. And that's King of the Hammers, whatever, right? This is all before MySpace and Facebook and obviously Instagram. And anyway, there was this thing that we did that was so funny back then, and I don't even know if it would be received now because nobody pays in cash, but there's this thing called the change cup that I had this video I put out. Okay, so you go to pay, Home Depot, whatever, grocery store, and you're going to buy this, and it's $1.49, and you hand them $2 in cash. And when they go to give you the change back, you just hold your hand like this.
Okay.
You don't go like this. You just go like this, and you have to have a serious face. Don't laugh. And then the person doesn't, they're like,
they don't know what to do.
WTF. Or if you give them a 20 and you have dollars and coins, they're like, you just hold your hand like this, like it's a change cup. And they go, and they're trying to like balance the money on your hand. And I have video of them stuffing the quarters in my hand. I went to like several places doing the change cup.
That's actually pretty funny.
Amazing. Nobody pays with cash anymore, so this would be funny. But back then
I can't believe how often I have to ask the "Do you take cash?" question.
Right.
Still
well,
like.
You know they can't break a 20.
I still like.
We don't have enough. We don't have enough change.
Cash is fun. I like it.
Yeah.
Still good.
You know what's nice about cash is you can't remember what you bought. But if it's on your debit card, you're like,
that's the opposite for me.
I blew it here. I've spent $6 there, $8 there.
Yeah, I find myself a little too accountable with plastic.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I like to, it's gone.
Forget it.
I had the cash and now I don't anymore. Well, I've got this thing.
I need to remember where I spent it all.
No, I live underneath, like you do probably, the umbrella of a business. So the cash, anything that I really need that isn't something that is, for the business or for cars or whatever, things that are part of my, generally write-offableness, therein lies the cash. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is, right? All cars and car things that's work. So, yeah. But you're here because you're a Porsche, right?
I am here in town because of my Porsche.
Physically,
you're
here because you're Porsche. Not emotionally, I think.
I'm also emotionally here. You know what? I have a sticker on the car that says emotional support vehicle.
It's pretty funny.
I am here for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Big SoCal Euro, which is on Saturday down in San Diego. Rancho Santa Fe Cars and Coffee on Saturday.
That's a very good Cars and Coffee, actually. We were just talking about it.
I have never been, but I see so many pictures coming out of there. That I'm
you know why? I'll tell you why you see so many pictures coming out of there. Because it's every week.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like most of the Cars and Coffees are once a month.
Yeah.
And so because this one's every week, there's genuinely a lot more.
And high quality stuff shows up pretty much, is what I hear. Pretty good stuff.
Rancho Santa Fe is one of the richest zip codes in the country.
Yeah.
People it's a very normal thing for people to have more than one horse in their yard there.
Wow. I have more than one dog.
No, it's
not quite the same category.
Fucking Rico Suave down
That's
there.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I'll do that for the first time.
Yeah, it's fun.
I kind of know the guys from Instagram, right, who run this Rancho Santa Fe. I said, hey, I'm coming. Yay. Anyway.
Get there early.
I'm getting there early.
Yeah, you gotta get there early.
I'm getting there early. I've been warned. So, yeah, and then, so I have a relationship with Bill Stein, and they are going to have a booth or whatever display at the Big SoCal Euro event. So I'll be there representing for them.
Your car. Yeah. They give you some dampers.
Swag and dampers. Yeah. So I'm also, when I went to Airwater, I was with Bill Stein. I saw you and you came over and saw my car. And then I went to Monterey and with them at Works Reunion. I'm also going to Luft. And I
you said you're driving there?
Well,
what are you doing?
You
have shit to do?
Here's the thing.
You got 2 weeks to do
I am on the fence. By the time you air this, we will know what I'm doing, I'm sure.
Okay.
I am on the fence. I am debating on trailering or driving. I will make a decision after this weekend.
Oh, you're driving either way. It's just a matter of whether you're driving a truck or a car. Oh, yeah. And
I don't think there's anything sexy about a trailer. Although there are comforts like air conditioning.
I mean,
I don't really care about air conditioning as much because I live in the desert and I can deal with it.
Sure.
So we're going to see. I'm not going to run my mouth yet.
Well, I'm
going to be fluid on this.
The funny thing about driving an air-cooled car is, folks, got to take a quick break today because support is coming in hot from DeleteMe. DeleteMe makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. Anyone can find and purchase your personal information. That's because every time you use the internet for shopping or signing up for stuff, your information goes into these data broker websites who then sell it to other people. That can lead to phishing, scams, all kinds of nefarious garbage. And online actors are going to find this data and use it to target political rivals, civil servants, and even outspoken citizens posting their opinions online. With DeleteMe, you can protect your personal privacy or the privacy of your business from doxing attacks before sensitive information can be exploited. In fact, Wirecutter has named DeleteMe their top pick for data removal services. I used DeleteMe. It was very, very straightforward. I signed up. I filled out a questionnaire. I gave them a lot of information, and they went to work. A few days later, I heard back that they found like over 1,000 instances of my information being out there. They deleted a bunch of it automatically. They gave me the tools to delete the ones I couldn't do automatically, and they were fighting legally to get other stuff removed. And that's ongoing. It's not just once. They keep it going, and every month you get a report saying how they're doing. Now we're down to like 100 and something instances a month. You can't make this go away, so you have to manage it. You can take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe. Now at a special discount for our listeners, get 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/tire and use promo code TIRE at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/tire and enter code TIRE at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/tire, code TIRE. Also, support coming in today from Upside. Fall is here. That means back to school rush, early morning drop-offs, after school activities, football games, last-minute supply runs, and those extra trips for groceries, coffee, and gas in the days that get busier. It all adds up fast, folks. But we've got Upside here. The free Upside app. There's an easy way to earn real cash back every time you fill up on your tank, grab a bite to eat, or stock up on essentials. Whether you're driving across town for a soccer game or picking up snacks for the school lunch, Upside helps you keep more in your pocket. In fact, Upside has given back $1 billion to its users. All you have to do is get that Upside app. There's over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on the app, ensuring that cash back is always around the corner. And yes, it's real cash back. No rewards points, credits, just actual money you can transfer straight to your bank account. Next, you claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. Then you pay as usual with a credit or debit card, follow the steps in the app, and get paid. You can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other product, including loyalty programs and credit card rewards. $1 million cash back is being earned by users every single week. Man, Upside, you're already there. You're already getting gas. You're already going to grocery stores. You're already going to restaurants. All you have to do is go to the versions that are connected to the app and boom, cash back. It's so easy. Upside has given, like I said, $1 billion back to its users. And to find out how much you could earn, download the free Upside app and use promo code TheSmokingTire to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Use promo code TheSmokingTire. And now back to the show. they're known for being like relatively comfortable and reliable.
Yeah.
And so when you drive an air-cooled car a really long distance, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
like,
not impressive because
it's not impressive.
Do it.
People do it all the time. It's like it's kind of what they're known for. And I'm not, but when you're physically the one doing the driving, you're like, God, this just took 4 days. My back.
Let's talk about I-40. It's not glamorous.
No, it sucks.
Going down through Albuquerque, and it's not going to be great.
That's the downside of it is like, it is, unless you are going to go, all right, I'm going. No, it's going to take 8 days. I'm going no freeway. I'm going to make a thing out of it.
Right.
You know, if I'm going to drive a truck and trailer or the Porsche down I-40 for 3 days, ugh.
We're going to see. No matter what, I promise to be there. So I have a Dodge 3500, a 2006 Cummins diesel, which is good. The seats are not comfortable.
20-year-old.
That is before the DEF.
Commercial
truck. It has 295,000 miles on it. It's before the DEF, though. It was the last year before you had to put the diesel exhaust fluid in it.
Okay, cool.
And we've had it since it had 30,000 miles on it. It's a great truck.
You should put new seats in it.
Yeah, the problem is, like, I drove it down here. Yeah. So it's, parked around the corner. And
thanks for not bringing it.
Well, I know your place.
I just don't have a lot of room.
Dude, I Ubered from the Sheraton.
You roll up with a truck and trailer, I go, sorry, can't help you.
No, I knew that in advance. So I actually stayed at the Sheraton because it was close. Left it there in the parking lot. And
okay.
I'm glad you're not live because then I'm telling people, go steal it. It's over there.
No.
But anyhow, the truck is so uncomfortable. Just driving down from Vegas, within the first half an hour, I was like, oh, my left butt cheek hurts. Yeah. And I even had a little lumbar pillow. The truck sucks. Yeah. So I'm like, no, my 911 is actually more comfortable.
But you said you also have a Cayenne diesel.
I do, but...
And what's wrong with that?
Well, as any Porsche does, it has a tiny bit of oil coming out of it, and I don't think I want to stress it out. But I have an aluminum... I have an aluminum trailer.
Just a leak?
Just a little leak.
So what? You check your levels?
Yeah,
you keep
I check
my bottle in there?
I even added a dipstick. You know those didn't come with a dipstick?
Yeah, digital dipstick,
so
right?
I found out that the Audi had... It's the same exact.
The Audi one has the dipstick?
So you can pull a plug and you can get a genuine Audi $30 dipstick. Boom, I got a dipstick.
So there is a dipstick channel?
Yes, with a rubber plug.
Get the fuck out
in
here.
Your so I have a Cayenne diesel. You pop it open and there's literally
you just
a rubber plug.
Get the Q7 part and put it in.
Yeah.
That's so
So I just got it from a genuine Audi dealer. It was $30. Little yellow, pull handle so you know what it is.
Funny.
Pop it in there, it reads it perfect.
But you're capable of maintaining an oil level.
I know.
If you have a choice between doing
so comfortable.
I don't understand your rationale for that. You're going to a Porsche thing. If you roll up and with towing your Porsche with a Porsche, it's like double bonus points.
I know. Right.
And I assume your rig is well within the capacity of the Cayenne,
sure. Well,
right?
the Cayenne will do 7,700 pounds, has 406 pound-feet of torque.
So what's the rig? 5? Maybe not
even that, because I have an aluminum trailer that's maybe 1,400 pounds. Sure. So we're talking 4,000.
Is that a Featherlight 7741?
It's an open 18-foot dual axle, and it's got like a rock guard on it.
Yeah, that's the same shit I just towed up
nice,
to.
And it's got a nice wide 8-foot deck. It's a nice trailer.
Did you see my super tow? No. Here, wait, look. This is my car week.
You know what I realized?
I have to scroll back a little bit.
We talk a lot when we're together. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, chatty people.
I know.
It's okay, look.
That's what we're supposed to
do.
do.
Look at this, though. This is, oh no. Why do I not have
Yeah, I've got the nice rock guard in the front.
A source. Hang on, I apologize.
It's all right.
Can I add sources in real time? Looks like I can. This is I have to get rid of the fucking lower thirds. I'm a terrible producer. Actually, fuck it. I'll leave the lower thirds. But I told that's kind of like your trailer, right? Give or take?
Yeah, except I have a rock guard on the front, which is nice.
Well, I borrowed this one, so I didn't get to
But
have
they're
a
light. You don't even feel it. When it's empty, I have to put the air pressure down to about 25 or it pogos down the road.
Yeah.
If I keep it up at around 40, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Won't tow very well.
And my Manx is 1,500 pounds, so not much weight on there. But I have a story coming out for Road and Track next week that is about towing with a Bentley. And long story short, people should be buying Bentleys to use to tow with.
Really?
Yes.
Good.
Consumer advice from your boy.
You know what? I love it when a car that you don't think can tow can tow. Because
dude, I used to tow.
It's so comfortable.
You got an
So
06
comfortable.
2500. So I used to tow, or 3500. I used to tow back in the day with Gotham Dream Cars, and we had an 04 2500 with a stick, and then an 05 3500 auto.
Okay.
Probably similar to what you
Yeah,
have. And for the big trailer, the
5.9.
2-car trailer with the fucking gooseneck on it, the 3500 was nice. For anything smaller than that, the 2500 was better. The Bentley V8S has more power and more torque than that truck.
That's awesome.
And it has 2 more gears, has 8-speed. And when you plugged the trailer in and you connect it to the Bentley, click the port, it does a full light test automatically.
Wow.
And then it goes and sets the level automatically.
Wow. That is nice.
Shit.
You know what I like about the Cayenne, and it's the first car I've had with a backup camera. I like driving an older car. I can drive it one shot, that ball underneath it, perfect one shot.
I've
nice.
never in my life hooked a trailer up to a car faster.
Yep. Same.
And I had to do it in pitch dark because the very last day, Sunday night, I stayed Sunday night after Car Week.
Yeah.
The Manx broke down.
A
fuse went.
Right.
And I had to rescue it myself. Thank God it broke somewhere with cell phone service. That was like the luckiest. It broke somewhere with a safe turnoff and cell service. So I got an Uber back to the Airbnb, and I had to connect the trailer in the dark, which with this beautiful 2025 Bentley backup camera, when I tell you I did this in under 30 seconds in one move.
Perfect.
The best.
Just to come here, so I brought the Dodge has a shell on it, and there's no seeing out the rear view at all.
Right.
So it's 14 times of getting out of the truck, and I was above myself. 14 times of looking, backing up, wrong trajectory. Got it.
That's why that left side of the seat's so beat.
Right.
Every time. Seriously, that's why.
I know.
That's
I know.
why. Yeah.
So I
backup
love
camera
the Cayenne.
technology. You should be taking the Cayenne.
I know.
No one will
we don't
notice
know.
your drips of oil. And
No, just put more in it.
yeah.
We drove it to Monterey though. We did. We trailered it up to Monterey. It was so freaking comfortable.
Yeah.
And quick.
Porsche makes a great seat.
It tows fantastic. It wasn't didn't even really feel it.
My good friend Larry Casilla bought himself one to drive his kid around Connecticut to baseball practice and did a whole overlandy kit with it. And I was down at Zinger a couple days ago, you know them? And Lucas Zinger drives a Cayenne diesel on big like OZ rally wheels with off-road tires.
Off-road mine. I mean, it feels like that's natural for me. I want to do that.
I have off-roaded them before. They're excellent.
I would like to do that.
Yours has stock wheels, tire, suspension?
I have the 20-inch, nice, like the ones on the Panamera or something.
Sure, but like Porsche stuff, not like big off.
Correct.
You can do small things to make those things very good off-road. Yeah. That's cool. So, but we were supposed to do something yesterday, and you had to bail because you had to go to TLG, which you just said. So, what happened to the Porsche?
So back it up for anybody who just doesn't, I don't assume everybody's following along.
Here, I'll pull up pictures of the Porsche.
So my husband and I
was
after
not
Lyft,
producing. I was too busy talking and not producing.
There's my little car. So after Air Water, which was end of April, our plan was, okay, I got a 3.5 month window before the next place I have to be, which is Monterey. And my husband and I decided to rebuild the motor on our own, first rodeo here. And we had some broken head studs. So that turned into, let's turn it into a 3.2 short stroke carbureted. And it turned out beautiful. The distributor had some issues. We've been chasing electrical problems while we've been carb tuning. So as we would be dialed in one day,
this car's like an 80s car.
It's
so
a
this
78.
Okay, but it would have been an injected car. It was not a carb car.
Injection.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, it didn't even know it had a broken head stud. The day before we ripped the motor out, my husband, we drove to Air Water through the Overcrest rally and put 1,000 miles on the car, doing 100 miles an hour in the desert just the day before we ripped the motor out. So there was nothing wrong with the car.
Sure.
Except you got to deal with the head studs. So, So we ripped it out, and my husband did the twin plug machining himself. Again, first rodeo here. He built a wax mold of the heads and practiced in wax before he drilled.
Cool.
He put he built a box, put the heads in a box, poured some carving wax in there, and then he had a perfect casting of the head. And it took about 4 tries. Oh, no, that's not right. Pour some more wax in. No, got it correctly right. And then only did it once.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And now he's offering it. He's actually done another guy's
he does it once. This is the most American shit ever. You do something once, and then you're like, business.
Business, exactly. Yeah, no, he's already done it for another guy. Yeah, we already had some heads brought over. So, yeah.
Not talking shit, I'm jealous.
Plug, if you need twin plugging done, we can do it.
Awesome.
So he did that. And anyway, fast forward to this is a great little, it's kind of a little hot roddy and not without too much going too crazy.
I mean, did it?
But we got to Monterey, but we were chasing electrical problems, not knowing what was going on because one day it would run great. The next day we'd be down a cylinder.
Guys, one more break from the action today because HelloFresh is here supporting us. Fall is here, cooler nights, heartier meals, and the craving for something warm and satisfying. I think fall dining is my favorite dining. It basically starts with hamburgers in the summer and just works its way progressively towards Thanksgiving. Get it to the next level with HelloFresh, bringing those seasonal ingredients right to your door. And they've got the biggest menu refresh yet. Say hello to a new way to do dinner. HelloFresh has doubled its menu. You can choose from 100 options every week, including new seasonal dishes and recipes from around the world. Dig into bigger portions that'll keep everyone satisfied. There's an even healthier menu filled with high protein and veggie-packed recipes. HelloFresh now helps you get greener with new veggie-packed recipes that have 2 or more veggies in each dish. Plus, steak, seafood at no extra cost. There's 3 times more seafood on the menu now at no extra cost. Plus, new seasonal produce each week from snap peas to stone fruit, corn on the cob, and more. I love HelloFresh because it's the exact right amount of food, spices, seasonings for me and my wife, so it cuts down on waste. It cuts over on leftovers, which I don't like. It's exactly what I need in terms of the amount of food and the freshness. Plus, I keep that nice, colorful, photographic recipe card. So if I want to make the dish in a bigger quantity for a party or a gathering, I can always go back to it. The best way to cook just got better. Go to HelloFresh.com/SmokingTire10FM to get 10 free meals and a free item for life. 1 per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as a discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/SmokingTire10FM to get 10 free meals and a free item for life. Now, back to the show.
Wow, why are our plugs fouled? All this stuff. Anyhow, long story short, we had some issues with the distributor. Marco, I was told to go down to Marco and that he's the guy. So Friday, I took it down there.
He is indeed the guy.
And he happened to have another distributor and he popped it in and that solved that problem. And then he just found a few more things that needed to be buttoned up because I said, hey, I got to be driving this car. And now here I am. Drove it yesterday. It was great.
Nice.
So, yeah. So he just, we kind of do everything ourselves, but at some point you still need to fast forward to the guy who's done it for 40 years.
Sure.
Help me out here. What are we missing?
Sure.
And yeah. So
you can turn the bolt. You just need to know which bolt to turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was really helpful.
That's why and look, let me tell you something. Consider yourself lucky because I called him yesterday, and this is one of my best friends. We have dinner together all the time.
He said, "Sorry, Nicole's already here, and I'm busy."
No, but one of my physical therapist, for my knees, who I've been seeing for literally 14 years. Okay, has a 996. I help him with it, here and there. The guy who's working on it is fucking up, and it's not shifting right. The linkage isn't right. It feels like shit. Mark, can you help out? 15 to 20 weeks. 15 to 20 weeks is what
I heard that.
So,
I have
that was me calling.
He did a solid for me, big time.
You can't get in the fucking door.
I was in a pickle. I'm like, I got to be at this show. This is a big effing deal. I got to have this car there.
I get it. Emergency.
And he was just, and I'd never met him before, and he went out of his way, and I thanked him probably 85,000 times while I was there.
Did you give him cookies?
I did.
Yeah, see, that's usually a good
They were one day fresher than your cookies.
Yeah, I'd start with him. I should probably send these back up to him.
And then I met Thaddeus, he was great.
Yes,
and then I met Alex, the body guy, because I didn't have the deck lid on. When I ran down to on Friday, I just grabbed the car out of the garage. It didn't have the deck lid. And anyway, the other reason why I didn't bring the Cayenne on this trip is I have tires from Continental to put on. So I got a new tire sponsor, which I'm thrilled with.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
For the 911.
For everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
what tire do they have that goes on is the Sport Contact whatever?
Yeah, for the 911, yes. And then there's they've got a great all-terrain that I just put on the Dodge. It's a great tire. And now I've got the Boxster that needs tire. I take that on the track. It needs tires.
I did the ones that you have on the 911, I did on my Ferrari 328. Those are the best options for 308s and 328s.
Nice.
They're good.
Yeah, so I have them in the back of my truck, and I'm going to get those mounted like when I leave here. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to San Diego and putting tires on the car. Did you
enjoy Car Week? Do you go a lot?
I went to Camp Overcrest. Do you know about Camp Overcrest?
No.
What? Go, okay, scroll down. You got to see Camp. Okay, well, first of all, Chris Runge's car was at Camp Overcrest.
Yes. I mean,
but if you go down
Runge's
a little
the
bit.
man. We're going to get him. I saw him.
No, he was just at Sports Car Vacation then. He wasn't camping, so sorry.
No,
go down, look at right there. Yeah.
I saw him at.
Look at this.
Hang on.
See this photo? That's Camp Overcrest.
It's camping at
Tirananza, the winery, and it was in outside of Carmel Valley. So you had to go, Carmel is windy roads. Then you go about 6 miles through the windiest single lane road. Don't get in a head on around the corner, right? That kind of road. And we camped 5 days. 5
so
days.
Funny.
How rad is that?
This is not my idea of a good time. It's
I
very.
know.
It's the.
You're
this
bougie.
is. Huh?
You're bougie.
Jews don't camp, Nicole. It is. Look, I will say this: if you're into car camping, which I know a lot of people are. This is a gorgeous aesthetic.
This is
the most Instagrammable camping shit I've ever seen.
Very Instagrammable. But I will be honest with you. It is a financial decision. A travel lodge is $3,500.
Oh, no shit. Yeah,
I ate this.
Yeah.
A travel lodge is $3,500 for 5 days. And you don't have Wi-Fi anyway at travel lodge because it sucks. They don't come in for towel service. By the end of day 3, you have no toilet paper because they haven't brought you anything. I know this because I stayed in it last year. And I'm like, this was like $650 for 5 days.
Dude, I am not.
And I brought an air mattress.
Hate on that. There you go.
And I brought a down comforter. I brought real linen sheets. I was glamping, but my husband ended up with killer poison oak.
So
that price we
like
paid
I
was
said,
killer
I don't know about
poison
you,
oak.
but I'm not trying to roll up to the concourse on Sunday with poison oak. Zach and Thaddeus a couple of years ago went car camping in Big Sur.
Okay. So
and
beautiful.
It was not $650. It was $0.
Right.
Because you just show up or whatever, $40 for the permit. And they camped out of Zach's replica Cobra.
Where are they? Where did they put the stuff?
Well, now that you mention it, I don't know because Zach's parents live in Santa Cruz and that's where the Cobra was. So they drove down from Santa Cruz, but they may have had 2 cars.
Maybe they had
the Cobra and another car.
Uber courier drop off the stuff.
No. They may have had another car because they took the Cobra from the campsite to stuff every day, but there may have been another car that they left with all the shit in it. Yeah. So I don't know, but they did do car camping and they did have fun.
Were they spooning? Were they in the same tent?
I don't think they were in the same tent.
Okay,
I don't think they were in the same tent.
Just clarifying.
They did have fun, and the aesthetic of this.
The aesthetic is awesome.
This is the most of course I want to do car. Look how romantic it is with my classic 911 and the string lights. There's probably an orgy somewhere.
There was a tree, a tire hanging from a tree.
Of course there is. Swing. Of course. A lot of live, laugh, love pillows.
We didn't have hot water until the very last day. So what they did was, some people, if you go there, I have another video where if you go back.
Okay, hang on.
It was the first night of setup. Go down one more, keep going. Right, the middle one. Yep. That video right there. I'm just walking around the first night, kind of showing it to you. And that got a lot of views. But people were like, well, where do they poop? Yeah. Well, guess what? About 100 yards away were really nice, the presidential bathroom setup with the really nice.
The trailer ones with the generators?
Yes, so we had a full women's bathroom, men's bathroom. There were showers.
That's not a.
I'm driving that, by the way.
Is it real or is it a Hawk?
That is a.
It's a Hawk, right?
No. That's a Lister Bell STR. But yes, I'm driving that in a few weeks when I get to North Carolina. By the way, for an episode.
This is look. It's cute. It's cute. It's very Instagrammable.
So we didn't have hot water.
That's what I'm fucking saying. That's this whole glamping, fucking van life, all this bullshit.
3 days in a row with, okay, I can't wash this hair because it's so thick, it requires a lot of water pressure and time to get the soap out of my hair. And I didn't wash my hair for like 4 days. This is also like, I didn't go to Motorlux because how am I going to get dressed and ready? Do you know how hard it was just to go to Pebble Beach?
I'm talking about.
To go to the Concours, I had to break down camp first. Right? In the morning. And then I had to go to my buddy's travel lodge.
Dude, and this is like,
and borrow his shower.
When I go camping and then I have to, the first time I don't feel really dirty until I walk into that first store.
And then you realize my perspective.
And then I'm like, holy shit, I'm so dirty. Imagine instead of a store, it's the Concours.
Yes. I'm like, how am I going to get dressed for the Concours? Every pair of shoes you had, I brought some brand new Vans with white laces. Oh my God. And within hours, like that first day, my brand new shoes looked 300 years old.
Yeah, dude, you're camping on wood chips. That's fucking.
It was terrible. But listen, it was dirt cheap, and now I can afford to fix my car.
No, what you should do in the future is skip the Instagram version and just camp in Big Sur for zero. For zero. But here's
the other problem.
Is it really $35,000 for a room at the Travelodge? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
There's also better ones. We'll talk
but
off.
But for $3,500, come on.
No. Car Week is
a joke.
Silly like that.
It's a joke.
This is why.
2 years ago, I was overlooking a gas station for $2,800.
The sponsor's supposed to pay for that. If you. There's ways to do it better.
Listen, I'm announcing right now.
Not telling them on the fucking mic what they are.
At 2026 Monterey Car Week, you're putting me up in a nice place. That's what I'm putting my foot down.
Yeah, not even nice, just like decent.
Yeah. I will take one step up from the Travelodge. Or I will camp.
The other way to do it for cheaper is to literally wait until like the day it starts and scrap what's left.
I see.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to drop it and get it filled.
Yeah. I have a friend who's like way ballsier than me that books his Monterey shit on like Tuesday. Like he's got a suitcase packed. He lives in San Francisco. He books a fucking house. Airbnb.
Last minute, they drop the price.
While he's having coffee with a packed suitcase that day.
I've noticed on Expedia, too, you can do that. Like, if you roll into a town and you're sitting in front of the hotel you want, don't walk in. They'll charge you the walk-in price, which is always like, hey, you're here. If you sit there on Expedia, you will always get a better price, like last second.
I actually saw when I was standing in the lobby of the Portola, I was with McLaren. Not this year, past year. And we were at the Portola, which is, the hotel downtown where RM auctions are.
Yes.
Fucking average hotel, fabulous location.
Mm-hmm.
Walk to
You're right in everything.
You can walk to so much. Yeah. You can get so drunk every night and walk home. It's very good.
There you go.
Very, very good. But we're checking in and a guy next to us walks in. You got any rooms? And I was like, just in his face. I was like, you're asking, and they were like, yes, we do. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
How much? Well, they were $1,100 a night. But this is, I saw my bill from McLaren and they paid more.
Oh my
McLaren paid more per night. It was like $1,800 for them. And then
one cookie for you. I'm gonna.
I didn't spend this money. I didn't spend this money, nor would I spend this money.
That's crazy.
It is for regular people. It is crazy.
Yeah, $1,100.
Half the people there, their business pays for it.
Well, and when a Travelodge is $300 and $500 and $600 a night, forget it. Yeah.
But stupid. But still, it's crazy expensive. Mm-hmm. But it's at least a business expense at the very least.
That's true.
It's not the same as if you're paying post-tax.
Yeah.
It is a little cheaper because you are spending business money on that.
Yeah.
So anyway, but there's many lists of good, affordable and or free things to do at Car Week. Mm-hmm. But staying is expensive.
It's a very expensive week. And I think that one of the problems with it being so exclusive is all of these events are expensive. How are we going to get younger people interested in cars if the price of entry is so high? I think
the price of entry for everything isn't that high.
Yeah, but we want to be able to see. I would love it if people who didn't have the means could still walk around and see some of these extraordinary cars.
Well, look, they can. There's a lot.
On the internet.
No. I mean, look, you maybe can't get an affordable hotel room in Monterey, but you could drive if you wanted to. You could drive in for the day.
Right. Or you stay in Salinas
Yeah,
or whatever.
I mean, Salinas is getting expensive too, but you could drive in from somewhere else for the day. You can you can be anywhere on Highway Thursday, for instance. You can see every car that's at the concourse in motion in Big Sur and then parked in Carmel. The tour ends in Carmel and those cars are there for hours. That's the entire concourse for free. Basically, 90% of the concourse
you just have to get up
for
early.
free. You just have to get up early.
Yeah,
but you can do it.
That's true.
There's other the parking lot of the Quail. The parking lot of the Quail is better than any Cars and Coffee on the planet. And yes, like finding a way to get over there is mildly inconvenient because it's fucking 10,000 people in an area not designed for it. But if you get there, which many people do, you can walk right in and walk right up to the gate of the Quail and see the craziest shit ever.
Yeah.
You can go to the Baja Cantina on any day.
Yep.
There's great. You can just sit in downtown Monterey.
The peninsula
on any
is
night.
full of really cool cars.
Yeah, like
You're
just being there. Like, yes, it's inconvenient to get there because it's so busy and because hotels are expensive. But like, if you you don't need to be rich to just be there and see crazy shit.
That's true.
There's a lot of cheap and or free stuff to do if you can bear the inconvenience of getting there.
That's true. Or
I'm not saying it's not
camping.
insane. Like hypercar culture is insane. Like all this shit is insane. Like it's it's probably bad for the world that people have a collection of $10 million cars or whatever, right? But you don't want to price people out of the hobby.
Sure.
But I don't think it's fair to say that like everything at Car Week prices people out because it's not
No, but
true.
you're right. You can come in and there's a lot to look at. Just being in the environment, you're going to see it. No matter where you turn. I mean, I saw like 4 Panteras on the road in one day.
Yeah.
Tell me the last time you drove around and saw 4 on the road in one time.
No,
I've never seen 4 on the road anywhere.
Traffic.
Yeah.
You see the crazy stuff. Now, I will say that I used to feel, I'm not trying to be an angry old man, but like 7-8 years ago, I felt like some of the stuff I saw in traffic was a little more interesting than now, where it's a lot of new supercars and hypercars, which look, I'm not, I know the youth are extremely into supercars and hypercars the way I was into the Countach and shit. But I also but they also are so many more of them now. So many more of them by volume. And
what do you think in general of supercars, hypercars? Like,
I mean, look,
I don't like them.
Fast, fun cars are good. And the people who are designing them and building them are extremely passionate and talented. And
I mean, your job exists because of new cars, right?
Yeah.
Primarily.
Yes, but my best performing videos are of cars that people can afford. Right. And the fact that there are fewer and fewer of those every year makes my job much, much harder because even though I cover every new sports car that comes out, expensive or cheap, people get mad at me when it's, or it seems like they do, when it's like, oh, another car I can't afford. And it's like I understand.
Yeah.
I can't afford it either.
Right. But do you want to look at it or not?
Well, no, I have to make videos of something. If this was the affordable sports car channel, there'd be no fucking videos. Like, I'm sorry, there's like 4 cars left that people can afford. You've got your Corvettes, your Mustangs, your 86 Twins, the Civic Type R kind of stuff. Yeah. There's not much really left.
Yeah.
And that's shitty. But like,
what is your take on how expensive used cars are? Let me tell you, when I got my Cayenne, I had to sell my Sequoia. When I bought my Toyota Sequoia, it had 130,000 miles on it. I paid $13,000 9 years ago. I I had 310,000 miles on it, and I sold it for $13,500.
Yeah, sure.
And only paid $14,000 for the Cayenne.
Yeah.
But so how come a Toyota with 310,000 miles? I mean, we know Toyotas are going to go forever.
Yeah.
Why did I sold it for $500 more than I paid for it 9 years earlier? Why? This ticks me off.
Because there's not a lot of really cheap,
what are you going to go get?
There's
Spend
not a lot of cheap
on
new cars, right? Right. So like everyone who's looking for a cheap car is now looking for a used car.
Yeah.
And also like, people can't keep up with inflation. Like there's just regular people have less buying power.
Yeah.
And those trucks that are known for reliability and dependability and simplicity are really, if they're in good condition, still will command a baseline. The floor is higher. If you have a running, driving, decent condition truck with whatever miles on it, the floor is higher than it used to be.
It seems ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, new cars are like insanely expensive.
Yeah.
If you actually try to go price out almost any new car, you'll be fucking horrified.
How much are you going to pay for a diesel long bed 4x4 crew cab truck today?
I mean, it's probably
100?
$70,000 just for a shitty one with bench seats.
Right.
Yeah.
But yet my Dodge, when it was 2 years old with 30,000 miles, was literally $30,000. You can't do that today. You can't find something that's just slightly depreciated and still affordable.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes. I think there's still like lingering supply chain stuff from COVID that, and yeah,
It's crazy.
new cars are just really, really expensive, and it bolsters the prices of used ones.
It's true. It's true.
And people are, the average age of cars on the road is longer, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Let's see, we can go to the people. We have some good questions for you. Oh yeah, well, the related story that I wrote down was auto loans and defaults are going wild, which there's multiple stories about like how many.
Right. So then
yeah.
Is that a sign of heading to a recession? I don't know. I'm not an economist.
Well, I
think
scary. There's a difference between a car bubble and a house bubble. If someone's car gets repossessed, their life isn't changed the same way as if their house is foreclosed on.
That's true.
But it's not good. And I mean, I think in the article that I read this morning about it, which was, hang on. I think it was from Normally I would have had Zach have this ready. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Let me see if it's still 2023. No. And I can't find where the story is, but basically it was a real thing. That basically said, that people, the people surveyed for the article were shockingly comfortable being in a crazy amount of debt in order to have, a nice new vehicle. And the dealerships were all too willing to just keep rolling these trade-ins and upside down credit, and it was insane. So the price of used cars may come down as we have foreclosure or we have repo fucking city.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, we have quite a few questions from the people. Of course, if you want to ask us questions for the show, patreon.com/The Smoking Tire Podcast is where you do it. You can watch the live stream when it exists. I'm sorry, Zach is out of town and I am incapable of multitasking a fourth thing at once. I think I could probably get away with 3, but not 4. Patreon.com/Smoking Tire Podcast. Get the live stream, ask us questions, get the show ahead of time, get the show without ads, and a whole lot more. Let's see. I'm trying to, this is a fun, 2URGSE, whatever. What is the fizziest car? Fizziest, meaning like the most engaging and fun car you've ever driven under $100,000.
Oh, geez. Fizziest. I don't even know if I can comprehend what fizziest means. It was going to be your car.
Probably. I mean, my car would be up there, yeah.
But I mean,
and that will
fizziest.
Still happen eventually. Yeah.
I am going to drive your radial mates.
I will.
Fizziest car. I don't know, because a lot of the cars I've driven are kind of expensive, but I I'm going to sound stupid because I don't have an answer for that. Busiest, I don't know.
Okay, I'll step in. If you're talking about like a late model sports car, a Lotus Exige, one of the hopped up Lotus Exige. I mean, that's like bull riding on a fucking fly, something like that. You could talk about like an Ariel Atom, one of those like, an exoskeleton type car. You could talk about a replica Cobra with a big block in it or something.
Well, I still can't wrap my head around Physiest. And the price point probably
it's a car.
match.
It's a car where it's all about vibes and feelings and feedback.
A Renault R5 Turbo too.
Oh, sure. There you go.
I've driven that, but the price point is
I don't know if
probably
you're
pushing
under
over.
100.
I know,
you might get a shitter for 100.
Exactly. But I would say that's the first car that came to mind.
Sure. Johnny E.V. Gierberman. That's a shot on Lieberman. Nicole, what's your favorite old Volkswagen?
My favorite old Volkswagen was probably the sleeper bug that I drove that doesn't even have a Volkswagen motor in it anymore.
Is it on? Is that on your YouTube channel?
First
Let's
one.
Go
if
take
you go
a
to
look.
videos and
Let's
sort
take
by
a look
age,
at
sort by popular.
Detour.
Go to videos and sort by popular.
Popular.
There you go. 11 million views on that.
Holy mother of God. 517 horsepower sleeper bug.
That's wheel horsepower too, by the way.
All right, go watch that. I can't play it because we'll get fucking copyright striked on this channel here. But
wheel horsepower. I control that, so you won't get
Maserati is all right. You just did.
Dude, that is a $10 million Maserati. That was the one owned by Carol. There were two of them, a 250S owned by Carol Shelby, and that is an incredible car.
Is that Phillips? No.
I can't disclose. We can't talk about the owner.
Okay, so it's not Phillips. If it was, he wouldn't give a shit. He just wanted a trophy at Pebble Beach.
Okay.
With what's probably the other one then.
So what I can say is that its caretaker is a guy in Arizona named Robert Webster, and he rally preps these cars. It goes on all of the, like the Copper State. It goes on all of the long rallies.
Cool.
That car, was really special. Right-hand drive, dog leg, gated shifter. $10 million.
Left-hand shift. Right-hand drive, left-hand shift,
Correct.
or right-hand drive, right shift?
Left shift. And there's a lot where you don't have any muscle memory for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I specifically was like, I am not going to miss a shift. I looked down every freaking time. It's a $10 million car. I'm not going to... You know how many... There were like three guys that were like, you would be fired if you ever looked down a shift. I'm like, bro, I am not going to miss a shift in a car that I have no muscle memory in.
Can I help you with something real quick?
Yeah.
It's not $10 million because of the gearbox.
Okay.
That's not why it's $10 million.
No.
I was in a 250 GTO on a racetrack, not driving it, riding it, with a guy who did not own it. Okay?
Yeah.
It was this very wealthy collector's car and this other very wealthy collector who was driving it. And fucking, this is a 250 GTO.
Yes.
And he was beating the absolute shit out of this car. And I was amazed at how hard he was pushing the handling on the track. The balance was beautiful. I was equally amazed at how bad he was at downshifting.
Wow.
He was hideously bad at it.
Right.
And he took someone else out right after me and blew the gearbox in the car. And I was like, holy shit, you just blew the gearbox in a $50 million car.
But the gearbox isn't $50 million.
That's what he said.
Right.
He said, it's not $50 million because of the gearbox. He said, I bet that's about a $20,000 fix. And I was like, fucking balls of steel, my friend.
Right.
But okay, so
Right.
to his point.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree.
I'm not trying to say that I don't understand the position.
No,
but I'm trying to free your mind.
That was it was a try not to wrap your head around what you're doing. Just drive it and enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And, hopefully nobody hits us. It was great.
Yeah.
And that Ferrari was awesome. It's really not a 308, and there is no such thing, I don't think, as a GTO.
So I saw this, a Ferrari 308 GTO.
It's not. So it's a 288 GTO body on a 308, but it has race history.
But it has a transverse V8 308 engine, not a longitudinal twin turbo, right?
Right.
Okay. I didn't realize
a lot of fun to drive.
They're the same. I didn't realize you could fit a direct swap of a 288 body onto that.
It was something done in the 80s by Jim Carpenter at Italian Design and Racing down in Arizona. And,
they were doing fucking.
And it was in combination with, I'm blowing it on his name right now. It was a Lamborghini driver from the 70s and 80s. So anyway, it's a really cool car.
It looks cool.
I drove it on the track. It was really cool.
What track is that? Las Vegas Motor Speedway or Spring Mountain?
Radford.
Oh, Radford, right? Okay.
Have you been there? I'm sure you have.
Yeah, a million times.
Yeah, I love the guys at Radford.
It's a fun little place.
It is fun.
Is Mark's running that joint, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Valentino. Shout out to Mark Valentino.
Yep, we love
formerly
Mark Valentino.
of a place we don't talk about. Let's see.
Go down. You know what's really fun? What's really fun? The NASCAR go down one.
I'm looking. Hang on. Yeah. And I gotta do it so that other people see it.
So the NASCAR C10 and the NASCAR Nova are both owned by the same guy. That
NASCAR Nova.
Dude, that is the rattiest car. It's like a $1,500 car with a race history, and you drive it on the street, and it's cool.
Have you noticed that when you do NASCAR and or American trucks, your videos are like double when you do any other car?
I know. People don't like European cars. They really don't like Porsches either.
I'm sure they don't.
Our worst viewed videos are Porsches.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You should keep doing them. Fuck those people.
Nobody likes Porsches. They like the American
It's really
cars.
funny. I did a series for Haggerty once about modified cars, and Haggerty's audience that's a good expression for you. Haggerty's audience was like, not like, they were like, who the fuck is this guy and why is he on camera? It was really funny how distinct it was. Yeah. This may actually have been, okay, we did your old VW. Matt's missing Countach parts. What is your most memorable drive?
Oh, that is very easy. The FIA Cobra at Willow Springs. You know, there are 5. You know what an FIA Cobra is, or shall I explain that to our listeners?
I do, but why don't you explain to them?
Okay, so the easiest way to understand it.
I'll find the video. You don't worry about that.
The easiest way to understand it is in the movie Ford versus Ferrari, there's a scene where they're trying to pass tech, and you got to fit a suitcase in the back seat because it's the GT class, and the suitcase has to fit, not the back seat, the trunk. You got to be able to close the trunk. Well, the rounded curve of a Cobra, you're not fitting a square box in there, so they take a hammer and they smash the underside of the. There you go. They smash the underside of the trunk. Mm-hmm. So there are little luggage bumps so that you can clearance this suitcase. There were 5 actually made. Carroll Shelby sent to Europe to race, and I drove one of them at the track.
Cool.
And that was really memorable. Very memorable because...
Example.
When I left, my friend Lynn Park, who owns these, said, you can pretend that you're... Ken Miles and just, go enjoy it.
And at Willow Springs, too. It's so funny in that movie how they don't have to fucking dress Willow Springs up at all to make it look like 1966. Yep. Are you coming on the 11th?
I will be in North Carolina.
Oh, it's the same as Luft, right? Or it's similar to
we're going to be on the road. So we're going to North Carolina, and I'm going to shoot 2 or 3 episodes while we're back there. And one of them being that Lancia Stratos replica that we saw.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that seems fun.
Yeah,
I like that. That's a good one. Though every time I've driven I drove Parnelli Jones's Trans Am car at Thunderhill. One of the worst performing videos I've ever made.
Really?
Yeah. After traveling so fucking far, because Thunderhill's in the middle of nowhere.
Are they just expecting only new stuff from you, like a new car review?
Yeah. I'm in the consumer advice business. Should
I buy this car? If I do a new car, nobody's going to watch it.
Because you're not in the consumer advice business. If you do an old car, nobody's going to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We
have different audiences.
Mm-hmm. I come to you for this thing, and if you don't do exactly the thing I come to you for.
Yeah.
You may not be creative. You may not try new things. Not on my watch. They say as fans. Mm-hmm. My most memorable drive. I mean, there have been.
You've driven so many things.
There have been a lot.
I mean, it's like a little tiny baby compared to you. Like you've driven a lot of things.
Yeah. I would say there's been a couple really good ones. Maybe 3 years ago, the 4 a.m. drive to Car Week in my Ferrari 328, where I got to PCH in San Simeon right as the sun was coming up, and I drove the most perfect, uninterrupted, fog lifting over Big Sur, which was on a Thursday, so I ended in Big Sur and then got to watch the tour. It was like seamless.
It's one of those moments where you're literally telling yourself to remember this moment.
Yeah,
That's
full
how
seamless.
It was for me on that.
Yeah, just last week, Friday, I got to drive, the GT. I had a full track to myself, 8 hours with a Mustang GTD, the new one, and the GT3 Le Mans car.
Wow.
And I got, that's some pretty epic shit. Mm-hmm. And full drift days.
Yeah.
Challenge Stradali Llama. Bravo. Nicole, well, yeah, right, yeah, the master of the contractions. Nicole, what's still on your automotive bucket list?
A GT40.
Oh, okay.
Which would be
real. It has to be a real one, or do you care if it's a replica?
I understand the unobtainium real one scenario. There is one that was made by Jelsko. Are you familiar with Jelsko?
No.
A British company.
It's pronounced Jelsko.
Okay.
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
I'll believe you. Anyway,
see.
There is one.
Why is it Jelsko?
Jelsko.
GELS.
GELS.
I spelled it like the Koenigsegg.
There's one in Indiana that is an exact replica of a particular real GT40 that is probably the closest one that I'm ever going to get to. My vision's bad, so I can't really see all that.
Is there something about this Gelsko?
Every
whatever.
nut and bolt is an exact replica. It's not a Superformance. It is exact.
So many of them say that.
No,
they all say the fucking parts are interchangeable with the real cars. Superformance has been saying that shit for years.
No, this guy. So there's a guy who I know in Indiana who has had a Superformance GT40 and was very disappointed in it. Said it was a piece of crap. Got rid of it. Then he went to Jelsko and had him build them one. And it is, now I haven't seen it in person. I've seen pictures of it. He sent me videos of it. I'm really dying to drive that car. I also think,
if you're going to spend this much time and energy driving a fucking car, you should drive one someone's heard of. No one's ever heard of Jelsko. You should find a real one. For this much effort, you can find a real one. Someone will let you drive a real one.
Maybe.
The Peterson would probably let you drive theirs.
Well, they have that one that's a left-hand drive.
Yeah,
Mark
the blue one.
3? Which one is it? There's like 7 of them, or however
They
many
have
there
one
were.
that's sort of ugly. It's blue, that has maybe a Mark 2 that has like a weird tail that I don't love, but it is real. It's there and it's real. So I don't know.
Of course, I'd love to drive a real one. But I've sat in a Superformance. The ergonomics are weird. They're very weird. I don't know what size you're supposed to be. I'm usually mostly car size, like I can fit in most cars. Like tall guys have issues.
You've been around real GT40s. Do you think the ergonomics of those look better?
No,
those things are fucked up.
They're all jacked up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you ever try to drive any race car from the late 60s?
I've driven a Superformance at Willow Springs, and it was really
they're
weird.
strange.
I could not get closer to the steering wheel, and I was like, oh my gosh, my arms were like, it was horrible.
Yeah.
And like I'm going to hit my head on the bar. It was awful.
I'm not sure the seats or the steering wheel adjust in a GT40.
No, I think you'd need a dished.
I think the pedals adjust.
You'd have to have like a dished, wheel for me to drive it.
Yeah, they're not like comfortable. Yeah.
No, I think it would be really neat to try. You know what would be cool? This is dumb. It'd be fun to go race a little Datsun around at the historics.
Really?
I would actually, my bucket list goal, what I really want to do more than anything is I have my race license through NASA. I got that earlier this year, went through their whole HPDE program. I'm yet to take a green flag because then we hit summer and I've been busy rebuilding this motor.
Yeah, go racing. It's fun.
I need to do that. But my real goal...
Literally, you should take the green flag. Like if you go endurance racing, like you should do the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I want to do some vintage racing.
Sure.
I don't have the car to do it. Somebody has to put me in the car, but I want to go do Monterey or something. I would love to do that at some point.
Sure.
I think they are so badass. Like, I love it. I love watching the old cars.
Well, they have like Vera and SVRA. Like you can do the regional stuff easily, and the cars aren't like expensive.
Yeah.
You could, if you got rid of if you traded your Boxster out for something old, you could be doing this like by springtime.
I could. Yeah.
Go on fucking Racing Junk. You'll find something.
Dude, are we joining Project Cars Anonymous now? You aware of Project Cars Anonymous?
I just got a free car. So
are you aware of Project Cars Anonymous?
No, is that like a...
Michael Gideon's, you know who that is, right?
No.
You don't know who he is. Just look him up on Instagram. Just like, well, you look at, okay, he does these really great, he's up in Ventura, he does these really great sort of satirical videos. But I can't believe you don't know who he is. M. Gideon.
Yeah, I see him.
Okay, but he also has the Instagram Project Cars Anonymous, and it's very much like an AA meeting for people who have project cars. It is
That's
fantastic.
funny. When I first started the Smoking Tire and I was coming through trying to figure out names, it took me like 6 months.
Yeah.
But one of my like shitty like fail names was Drivers Anonymous.
Well, PCA, right? It's a spoof on. There's all these Porsches that show up to. It's PCA. It's Project Cars Anonymous. I told him I'm going to be your Vegas chapter president. I'm going to hold meetings in Vegas. I got a great place. My buddy has a house that he had so many Porsches. He gutted the house and brought all the Porsches inside and had to move next door.
That's funny.
And he calls it Porsche House.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're going to hold our first, and it's Project Porsches all over the place. It's rad. I'm like, I told him we're going to hold a Vegas meeting and I'll be your chapter president.
There's a guy in Malibu who built a secret garage where from the front of the house, it looks like a normal house. But if you drive around the back of the house, it looks like a fucking car dealership. It's all glass.
Wow.
Yeah.
The whole house is full of cars.
It's a like a 15,000 square foot, 20,000 square foot house. It's 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a garage. From the back, but it's designed to like fool his HOA.
That is like every dude's dream.
Yeah, his real house is like across the street.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
That's funny. So I know a guy in fact on Instagram he's well, I won't tell you who he is, but he has a place like that where they will not allow him to build a big garage. So he built a second home, and it's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and the whole living room is cars. It's his garage.
Okay, well, I sincerely apologize for pulling up an article from the Daily Mail, because the Daily Mail is a fucking shit newspaper.
What you got?
But I just wanted to show you. Hang on. Oh my God, there's so many fucking pop-ups. Ugh.
You need a browser. You need a browser like DuckDuckGo or something.
I usually have a Zach to deal with this bullshit.
And then there's no ads.
Come on, photos. Look. So this is the back.
Wow.
So
that is a warehouse.
Yeah. And then this.
Oh my gosh.
This is the back. So if you drive around from the side, this is how it looks from the back. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything super crazy.
Sorry, it was coming up and I had the wrong window popped up there.
Oh.
So this is it from the back. This was before it was full of Porsches. This is when the guy who lived there, he liked to collect Ferraris. And then here's your 1 bedroom. There's your 1 bedroom apartment is up here.
It looks like a car storage facility.
I need a photo from the front though. Look, the apartment's just shitty. Oh, really? Oh man.
Where are we at now?
I don't know where that's taken.
I don't
know. It's fucking Daily Mail. Took us to some piece of junk, but I wanted to see it from the front. But that's the idea.
Have you been there before?
Yeah.
Is it crazy?
Yeah.
Is it just like smallish looking in from the front? Just normal.
It looks like it goes kind of downhill. So up top it looks like a ranch house, but then it goes. Oh shit! Sorry. Oh, I fucked that all up. But then it goes. It goes around and down. So it doesn't look very big from the front. Yeah, it's a real.
Now you know how much you miss Zach. You need Zach, don't you?
Yes.
He's critical.
Yes, I do. I know that. Yeah. I have no illusions about this shit at all. Yeah. I absolutely need Zach. Yeah. I'm fucking.
We all need Zach.
I'm fucking juggling 8 pins over here.
Zach keeps you together.
Hey, listen.
Where is Zach? He's on
a press launch.
Yeah.
He went to Sonoma to drive some fast Toyota stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I'm leaving right after.
How long have you guys been working together? How'd you guys meet?
It's been 15 years.
Yeah.
It was 15 years in July.
Well, you should know Michael Keating because Zach's done videos with him before. They're sitting on a bus stop. You don't know.
What does that mean?
You don't know who his friends are?
A guy I work with has worked with someone else. How dare I not know him?
I thought you knew everybody.
No, I don't know. I don't even like most people. What are you fucking talking about?
That's right.
Know people. I don't know people.
You know people.
Most of my acquaintances, not my friends, but most of my acquaintances, if they're not literally standing next to their car, fucking I don't know you. I see people that I'm supposed to know in other situations. It's enormously embarrassing, but without context, I got fucking nothing.
I'm with you. If you run into somebody, you're like, did I know you from church or from my kid's school or from what? Or when you see them in the other environment, Like at a Costco, you have no idea who they are.
Listen, and now throw smoking weed into this mix. Now it's like, hey, Matt. Okay, are you a fan? Are you a friend?
Right.
Are you like, one of my wife's friends or coworkers?
Yeah.
Because when you're a familiar internet personality, as you well know, they don't come up to you like you're a person on TV. Where like if you met, you're
not like an A-list or like a Brad Pitt level.
If you
where
went and met Noah Wiley, right, or George fucking Clooney, or whoever, you would you would approach them in a manner where they're going to be certain that they don't know you,
right,
already.
Right.
Whereas if someone approaches me, very frequently it's in such a familiar manner that I am literally going in my head, am I supposed to know you? And, if we had met in a recent period of time and I didn't remember you, like really feel bad about that. It's tough, man. My brain is too full of things.
I got a story like that. So the head of four-wheel parts years ago, like 20 years ago, we took Trans-American who owned four-wheel parts. Are you familiar with that whole conglomerate? Anyway, this is when I was off-roading. We took a bunch of them in Moab for a bunch of rides, spent the whole day. And the owner, the president, the head guy at Four-Wheel Parts, Trans-American, spent the whole day wheeling with him. Later that night, everybody went and shot pool at the local bar or whatever, right? Everybody's shooting pool. And I didn't remember him, and I was like, "Hey, what? And so what was your role at Four-Wheel Parts?" And he says, "I'm the HMFIC," and that was, I'm sure you know what that means. I did not know what it meant.
Head motherfucker in charge.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
I felt so bad.
That's tough.
You kind of have to make notes. That guy's important. Do not forget that guy.
It's definitely happened to me before where
That was Greg Adler. If anybody who's listening, sorry, Greg. That was Greg Adler.
It's happened to me with like legit high level executives at car companies before. Yeah. It's just like our brains are not prepared to know the number of people that we probably have to know.
And I have a terrible memory. I'm just not good.
People just can't do that. We're so cranked with information all the time.
It's true.
It's too hard.
That's true.
We have one more question. It has nothing to do with you, Nicole. It's about watches. Fastback to the Future just got their first NATO-style watch strap. That's those nylon straps that are very popular. Fine throughout the day. It stretches out, and I have to readjust midday. Is that normal, or did I buy a cheap strap? Little of both. It depends on some straps are cheaper than others and do stretch more than others. Also, they weave the straps differently. Like usually it's for aesthetics, but different weaves have different stretches. But it's not totally abnormal, especially if you get the thing wet or sweaty, that it would stretch by one hole and then shrink back up later. But if you bought the cheapest shit fucking off Amazon and it was like $9, like try spending 30 or 40 and you'll probably get something a little higher quality. Not trying to be elitist, but you yourself are considering that maybe you bought a cheap, crappy strap.
Good answer, Matt.
And finally, Toonhound, free Jimmy Kimmel. I can't believe I have to fucking go on the radio and defend Jimmy Kimmel of all people, but like that shit, we gotta fucking nip this in the bud ASAP.
What's the question? Is there a question?
There's no question.
Oh, okay.
There's no question.
Just a statement.
Just that, like, political pressure shouldn't be, having late night shows taken off the air.
We don't political conversations.
We don't want them taken off the air. I think we can say we don't want people taken off the air because of pressure.
No, I agree with that.
That's bad. Thanks, Nicole. Good times. And thank you for my 2 cookies and Zach's 12.
This is your...
Me and Zach's...
The difference
my
between...
2 and Zach's 12. Yeah.
But he actually said, I'm so bummed I'm not going to be there. Save me some cookies. And I told him I was only going to put 1 in a bag for you.
Yeah. I am stoked on that. Of course, I'm not even
Go to the Daily Mail.
Definitely go to the Daily Mail. Go to subscribe, check out Nicole Johnson's Detour is on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. And then, of course, Nicole Johnson Off-Road, just written out, no punctuation on the gram.
Yep.
And your car is going to be at SoCal Euro. Your car is going to be at, and of course, you. And
Luft and SEMA. It'll be at SEMA at the Turn 14 display. I think indoors. We turned 14 as a distributor for Bilstein.
Got it.
So it's through
Hopefully
Bilstein.
indoors.
My Bilstein. Yes, that's why I said. I was like, you gotta. Have you been? Do you go every year to SEMA?
No. I did for a while. I haven't been in 4 or 5 years.
Well, you're not missing much because I really feel like it's gone downhill. I've been probably 15 plus years in a row.
Yeah.
And it's just like lately in the last few years, everything outside is like a big river truck on just big wheels with it's a 4x4 truck with no front drive shaft, and the whole joke is a Bluetooth drive shaft.
Right.
They're ridiculous. It's like it used to be that if your car was at SEMA, it was like, whoa. And I think it's all gone downhill, which is the only reason they're letting me in, because my car is not a SEMA car by any means. I told Bilstein that. I'm like, it's just a car I drive.
I don't know. My Corvette was at SEMA like in 2012, and it wasn't that cool.
Yeah, my car's not that cool, but
I'm not sure.
Again, yeah.
I made videos back in the day about the lame stuff that was at SEMA, so I'm not sure I could say it's gone downhill.
There's some cool things, but there's also, I think mostly everything outside has not been vetted before it.
Oh, that's totally possible.
So now I'm like, I'd love it if my car was inside. I feel like there's a little bit, I want to be indoors.
It's, I don't know if it's like it's gone downhill, but I think if you go every year or like repeatedly, then it would seem very stagnant. I mean, ultimately, it's a fucking trade show for people who sell parts.
Don't get me wrong. I love going, but I have to look harder now for my favorites. There's always something mind-blowing there. I feel like I just have to look harder. It used to be more like every single thing you were looking at was like, wow, something new and cool. But it is, if you haven't been, you have to wear great shoes. Let's all establish that. Your number one advice is wear great shoes, and you're going to be walking a lot. It's pretty cool. If you've never been, it's still cool.
I really selfishly, because like I have to, like, if I want to be famous, I have to like put myself in places where I'll be famous, like car shows. And
sure.
And at SEMA, I'm really famous.
It's not like you're walking around like Target and people are
No,
never.
Never.
You're not like Target.
No,
famous.
I can actually choose when to be famous, which is incredibly convenient. Like Ben Affleck can't do that shit, but I can. But at SEMA, it was like really hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to go anywhere. Like, and you're like, I just have to pee. Like I'm trying to get across this thing.
I don't even get that.
And so I went during the COVID year, and with masks, oh my God, it was the best SEMA ever.
They didn't recognize you.
No. SEMA with masks was awesome. I got shit done, and a bunch of people fucking didn't want to go or whatever, and so it was great. I was like, Vegas was like lovely. It was not crowded. Yeah. It was so awesome.
Can't recognize anybody.
I absolutely fucking loved it. Yeah, I don't know you. You don't know me.
Right.
This is fucking great.
This is great. You can just walk around and get things done.
Absolutely.
It's perfect.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
thank you for letting me sneak back into your place.
Of course. You bribed me with cookies. What could I possibly do? Thanks for coming.
Gonna have to just mail order these cookies now. What do you think my price point is?
Oh, I don't know. I think
it's gonna have
20 a dozen.
Very
Farmers
high.
Market, Malibu Farmers Market price, 20 a dozen.
Even then, it's probably not worth my time or ingredients. But
damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe it's a Patreon tier.
That's right.
The next tier,
$100.
The next tier, $100, you get a box of cookies.
Personally mail you a dozen of these.
Fuck. I think Taylor Swift could probably pull it off with the sourdoughs, but it'd be like $100K for a sourdough.
Yeah.
Right? What do you think? I bet you some freak would pay $100K for Taylor Swift sourdough.
If we're going to talk about sourdough, let's talk about the intensely time-consuming commitment it is to sourdough bread. Because I've got a couple of different family members that are into making sourdough. You've got to feed that sourdough, and you got to make it for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And then you eat it in 5 minutes.
Well, you have to have people to give. That's like Taylor Swift can give sourdough away all, for 6 hours a day, and she'll never run out of people who will appreciate the sourdough. Yeah.
How did we get to Taylor Swift and sourdough?
Because you give away cookies, and she's giving away sourdough.
I will give away cookies for Patreon donations.
It's part of the reason I just deleted Instagram. I'll back off my phone is because of that. Thanks, everybody. Our patrons are the best. I'll be back at 2 o'clock California time with Moto Man George Notaris. And thanks, Nicole.
Thank you, Matt.
Bye.
Bye.